Good evening, people of Earth. This is a little short video I made. I'm going to put it out there live tonight, kind of as a premiere. It's, van life versus boat life. What would you do? After watching this, might help you decide. I prefer the boat life. Without further ado, I can say that my rent, or slip fee as you might want to call it, and that includes everything, is less than $400 a month. With that being said, let's run this little booger.
Hello everybody, my name's Danny. I am the proud captain of the mighty Cindy Mae. Yeah. Oh, that's a no mine. This is a mine. The mighty Cindy Mae. She's probably the best small sailboat, fishing boat / liveaboard in the world. Up there's my transportation, my mighty scooter, nicknamed Scooty McScooter. Yeah. There's my lifeboat and row into shore dinghy, Cindy Mae Jr. Nice little solar powered shaded cockpit, air conditioning, twin screws. Now that's some motor power, right? Yeah. Got electric power, gas power, and sail power. Alright, let's go inside. Start this show.
This is my boat when I first bought it. That is after a lot of cleaning and scrubbing. I want you to know I only paid $1,800 for this boat, and I've lived on it for the last 5 years and enjoyed it thoroughly. But it didn't always look this way. When I first got it, it literally looked like shit. Here it is before all the scrubbing. I'd actually washed it 2 or 3 times for this video. I did manage to get all the crud off of it. Here's what the back aft berth looked like. I got that kind of squared away. Kind of show you what the rest of the boat looks like here. It's still a lot better than a van, no matter how you look at it. It's bigger.
This is my V-berth here. This is mostly full of junk, storage as you will. This is the toilet there, it's underneath the seat. And then we got a little sink area here and some storage under the sink. Little mirror. And there's the forward hatch. Emergency escape or cool you off there. I don't sleep up here in the front. It's a little bit too bumpy for me when the waves are up. At any rate, let's check out the main salon here. It's a little bit dirty, so kind of excuse me there. Got a cool little hack here for storing your water. I save all my little bottles, 2-liter bottles, and fill them up with water. Store them here. They can easily go into little places like this, you know, little storage areas when you're underway, so they don't roll around everywhere. And this is my kitchen area. I have a convection oven. Got it at Wally World for 30 bucks, believe it or not. A little coffee maker. And then there's a food storage area back there. It goes way back in there. Kitchen sink. Little prep table. There's my cool little refrigerator. It's just a mini fridge. But, you know, it keeps all my goodies cool. Doesn't make any ice per se. But, you know, this is really cool what it does. It's got this little compartment here that's a freezer, supposedly. And this, my friends, makes the best slushies in the world. I mix a little bit of water with some, I use strawberry crush. Works excellent. And I mix it about 1/4 water for 1/4 of slushy. Pretty nice. Nice little hack there for you. And like I said, the thing is just so small. It doesn't really freeze ice here, so I mean it will maybe one ice tray cube, you know, just a small amount at a time. But I did find out that it makes awesome slushy. Can't beat that. I got this thing at Wally World, the refrigerator, about 100 bucks. That came from Wally World. That came from Wally World. Believe it or not, I mean, where in the world are you going to get a coffee maker for $9? Only a Wally World, huh? And here's what we see outside there. I got a nice little view. Some nice boats, and then my cockpit area there. So, it's life on the boat here. This is my sleeping area here. Got a full twin-size mattress there. There was a table here, but the thing drops down, and then you're supposed to put the cushions on it, you know. Like the back here has cushions, and it makes up for a little bed here, but it's a lot softer. I brought in a twin-size mattress and put it down there, and it works great. And then we got the rear aft berth there. It's got a bunch of sails in it and what have you.
Hello, Mark. Good to see you in the chat room there. No, I'm not fishing right now. Just putting together some video images and a live stream. So I'm coming live tonight. Glassy, smooth water. What a nice night to live in paradise. This is my series. Van life versus boat life, and what's better? Well, you know, it depends on what your ideas of better probably is. I mean, you know, if you want to live in a van and have mosquitoes trying to get you every night, and a late night knock on the window from the cops to tell you to move on, or if they want to search your vehicle, or maybe it's a intruder wants to do you nefarious harm. You see a lot less of that on the water. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, that you don't get a knock on the hull in the middle of the night from the Marine Patrol or Coast Guard tell you to move, or possibly they want to search your vessel. And we'll leave all the nastiness aside. Let's put the good foot in. Splash in the water with your good foot. Like I think I've said before, my rent's it's only $400 a month. It's really less than that. I get cable TV, Wi-Fi, water, and electricity. That covers everything. There's also a shower room up couple 100 yards on the dock there. It's only for the residents and guests. It's got a nice little kitchen in it if you want to use it. well as tables that you can eat at or sit down and do projects. It's a very nice place to live. There's lots of them still left here in Florida. It's getting harder to find one that you can live at. And remember, you can always throw an anchor at a lot of places and just live for pretty much nearly free. It's not as nice as living here, though. Plus, you can always go fishing. I like to fish right off the back of my boat. Here's a little example of it. Yesterday, go out and you hook up a rod. Not too many vans you can do this out of, is there? Alright. Get ready to rock. Get ready to rumble. See if we can fast forward it and find us a fish. I'm sure it doesn't usually take too awful long. But there's a little wiggler there of some sort. This is how it started yesterday. Got a cute little channel cat. Just got his spot. I think that's just the puniest little catfish you ever saw. Well, that's a baby one. We do get them up to about 25 pounds. Right here where it's sitting at the dock, believe it or not. That's how it started yesterday. Little ones and then giant. But we haven't caught it yet. Whoa. Boy, he's got a lot of life to him, don't he, people? I don't know if you saw that one I caught yesterday, Sailor Man James. Toot, toot. Oh, that's funny. Man, he won't come up. Oh, there he is. He's not all that big. Let's see how big he is. He's big and powerful, though. Oh, he's hooked in the back. On the back fin. He's only about 5 or 6 pounds. Oh, maybe he's hooked twice. Well, we're gonna try to pick him up. Here we go. Wait a minute. Barefoot. Come here, you. This is like 8-pound test, I think. Here we go. Yeah, he's not all that big. He's probably 3 or 4 pounds. Look how he's hooked. He's got one in the back fin and then he's hooked in the mouth. He's flying. Yeah, contact. Hey, we finally found one that can fly. Look at him go. Alright. Let's get some pliers. Alright. So you can't do that out of most people's van. Might be a few places. I do know a few places where you can park, not necessarily for too awfully long, but you can fish out of the van. And I do know places you can stay for a week or two that you can fish out of the van too. Beautiful places. But, you know, for the price, I paid $1,800 for my boat that you saw at the beginning of the video here. And I am live. I'm sitting here in the boat tonight. This is a live cam picture that you're looking at now. This is my forward viewing camera. And it's on when we travel too. Everyone should be sure to catch all my live streams. Make sure you like subscribe and ring the bell, because we're going on live stream very soon. I should say mobile live stream off the dock. I don't know how many people do it in their boat. A few, I suppose. But I got a pretty interesting fixed camera, as you can see. It's about 8-10 feet up in the air, and it is fixed solidly to my mast. But once again, this is about living on a boat versus a van. There sure are a lot more places you can go see on a boat. Sure are. Sure is a nice night out there. No mosquitoes. Very rarely do you have them on a boat. If you're far enough offshore, unless the wind's just perfect, they don't usually get out here. That's another plus. I like to fish too and cook out and all that. There's lots of free places you can go and just throw the anchor out and live. Been to quite a few of them, and some of them are better than others. If they're near a bunch of trees, you're going to get mosquitoes and the like. Yeah, I spent plenty of nights sleeping in a van, and yeah, it's fun. Gets old pretty quick, to tell you the truth. This big old 45-footer out there yesterday, I believe it was. 45 Odyssey. Oh, that's a no mine. I took this sweet little boat all the way down to the Keys. I do have some footage of it here. Maybe I can share it with everybody. Let's see if I can get it on there. I think I can. This is from Voyage to the Bottom of the Keys. There's a playlist of that on my channel. It's called Voyage to the Bottom of the Keys. Check it out. Here it is. That's beautiful. Welcome to the Back Porch Fishing Show. This is our special segment, Voyage to the Bottom of the Keys or Bust. This is my final episode, the voyage home. It was time for a return trip of nearly 500 miles. A trip wrought with danger, swift currents, breakdowns, gale force winds. We limped into the marina. Under sail power only, our engine had been destroyed, hanging recklessly off of the rear, its motor mount sheared. Just remember, people, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, somewhere in the world, it's 420. The brackets that hold the engine to the back of the boat had been sheared off from the waves, and we drifted helplessly in the St. Johns River. I raised a sail and sailed the last 8 miles up to the dock, and I made it to my slip just before the sun set, and the wind has lightened up just enough for me to manage to sail the last few yards into the dock and step lightly on dock, a sailing feat that even amazed me to this day. It probably wasn't the smartest thing to do in the world with those big, expensive boats parked next to me, but hey, when you gotta get in, you gotta get in, right? So I'm back at the old fishing hole. Let's catch some fish, people. What we got? Big bluegill. It was a big one. What? Mr. Big Bluegill. What's that magic word? Contact! Get that prop moving. Contact! Bait him up. Using little bread balls for bait. Mashed fresh white bread. That's just a small taste of what's coming. New adventures. There's always something crazy happening on this channel. Once again, this is all about the difference between a boat and a van. Boat life versus van life. I gotta put the thumbs up for boat life. Once again, this boat that you've been watching all these videos about here, I paid $1,800. I might have $2,000 into cool stuff that I put into it since then. A lot of elbow grease and some fixing up. So $4 grand tops, and you got a really viable living vessel here that's got a hell of a lot more room than any van you're going to get for $1,800. I remember I found this one. It had an engine that worked really well. Came with 3 or 4 sails and an alcohol stove. And the list went on and on, all the goodies that came with it. People, they just get frustrated with them, you know. If they can't use it, they don't have time to use it, or there's something on it that needs fixed and they can't fix it. It's costly to keep if you're not living on it. A boat this size is going to cost you at least $250 to $350 a month just to keep it. If you don't live on it, you got to store it somewhere safely, right? So yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, there's living on a boat, and there's living in a van. And I've got 2 bedrooms in here as it is now, and I could have a 3rd bedroom. I stuffed all the junk in there, but I have a guest bedroom and then a bedroom here. Underneath this comfy bed, though, is a really nice set-down table that pops up. And the 2 people can sit at it pretty comfortably. If you were midgets or children, you could probably fit 3 or 4 of them on there. We got a nice couch, big screen TV. I'm living the good life here, you know, for probably $2,000-$3,000. A lot of those things that I included in that extra $1,000, you know, aren't really necessary if you don't really need it, but it's nice to have. Most of the features I added are for cruising, you know, kind of camping. I like to have power, air conditioning, and electric. And I like to have Wi-Fi wherever I go. You can have all those things. Be really comfortable on a boat. Sure, there's bad things, and some of the worst things that could happen is the boat could sink. And if you're anchored out somewhere, your line could break. You could pull anchor and drift. Those are all experiences and adventures. Adventures to come, right? I couldn't let you go without showing you the catch of the month. I like to fish. In summertime, it's hot. So I fish at night. This is what we get sometimes. We don't always get them that big. That's well over a 3-foot long channel cat. It's a freshwater fish. Probably eat it. I wouldn't though. It'd be kind of tough. It's awfully large. But if you like to fish, that's another plus, you know. You already saw the big bluegill and brim that you can catch in the daytime, and this is kind of what you can catch day and night. Depends on your bait, the tide, and time of year. Imagine inviting all your buddies over for a little late night fishing at your own private dock, or even taking them all somewhere, tossing an anchor, wetting a few lines. With 3/4 of the world being water, your opportunities for adventure are much greater in a boat. Much greater. Living on a boat or living in a van beats living in your car or living in a box under the bridge somewhere, don't it?